Hey everybody, Dave Good here. I teach people how to play the saxophone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you're here. There are almost 250 of you, and that just blows my mind. I am so thankful that you're all here. I've met so many of you through comments and emails and texts and things like that. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna say, I have a better life because I've got to meet all of you. This is everybody that's part of this channel is here of their own free will. I don't advertise this thing. I don't make any money off of this. I don't charge for any of this stuff. I derive my income from teaching private lessons. And if any of you are interested at all in hooking up and having a private lesson here in the San Diego area or via Zoom from anywhere on the planet Earth that has Wi-Fi, we're good. We're good to go. You can reach me at davegoodsax at gmail.com, davegoodsax@gmail.com, or just leave a comment below and I'll get right back to you, okay? Basically, lessons look just like this. I have no production value whatsoever. Quite often I talk way too long. Some of you have pointed that out, by the way. I don't even watch any of these videos. I just sit down and I have an idea of something I want to talk about. Ain't no script. Like I said, like a student will give me an idea, or I'll have an idea in my head about, just something I'm going through that I think you're probably going through too. And today, what I want to talk about is what happens when you reach that point where I hate my saxophone. I don't want to play anymore. I quit. I don't want to practice anymore. I don't want to play with anybody. Okay, well, maybe it doesn't get quite that bad, but we've all had those days. Rest assured, everybody has a day, a time, a stretch even, when, playing the horn gets to be kind of a task. It gets a little bit tedious. We get a little bored with it, or we start to hear the same ideas coming out of our horn day after day after day. We're playing the same material. And we're isolated. Learning an instrument is quite often a process of isolation. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. When you hit that wall where you just say, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'll take up the ukulele. Send me a note. We'll talk. We'll get remedy. Not that there's anything wrong with the ukulele, but I feel you. So what you want to do when you've reached that wall, and again, we all have, doesn't make it feel any better. I mean, I have a broken leg. Doesn't make my broken leg feel any better because my neighbor has a broken leg. We both have the same pain. Just, I guess there's something comfort in numbers. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to change your approach to the saxophone at that point. No, you don't need a new mouthpiece. Scratch that idea right away. You don't need to do anything. What you need is a new mindset, a new attitude, okay? The dogs are back. Have you missed the dogs? They're working. You guys want to go outside? Yeah, you guys want to go outside and deal with that? I'll be right with you. I promise this is going to be a short. This is going to be a short one. But the singing dogs are very busy. Let me close that door. That's big business. I don't edit any of these things out, by the way. So, all right, mindset, saxophone. We're going to go back to that. You got to change your approach to the saxophone, okay? And how do you do that? Well, one of the things that I do is I go back to what excited me in the first place about playing the saxophone, and that was playing the saxophone with my buddies. I was 11, in school, 10 years old, school band, kind of a drag. Got into a band with my pals. We had an after-school band, and we played music that we really liked. Surf rock was big back then. We learned a song called Wipe Out. Had a saxophone part, bunch of guitars, drums, really big on the drums, and it was so much fun. That's where I go back to when I start to get to that place where I think, man, does my stuff sound so old and I'm not getting anywhere with this and I hate the saxophone. So I go back to like what excited me about that, right? We tend to lose our sense of what nourished us in the beginning and got us over the hump, you know. I mean, you first got this thing, you were looking at this going, what is all of that? I mean, it was a wonder, right? Well, now you're used to it. So learn a new song, learn a song you would never learn a song in a way that you would never learn to play that song. Say, don't read the sheet, learn it by ear. Oh, okay. But better yet, find a saxophone buddy, okay? Interface with a human being, right? Like, go back to that comment earlier about how saxophone can be, learning any instrument actually can be very isolated. You spend a lot of time alone in a room, listening to ourselves, self-monitoring, and it's like, oh man, yeah, that gets hard. So find a saxophone buddy. And I don't care if it's a saxophone buddy, it could be a trumpet buddy, it could be a drum buddy, could be a keyboard buddy, could be somebody that plays an instrument at your level that you can either hook up with and perform with, or jam with, right? Or perform with, but or at least just talk to. Get on the phone, reach out, talk to somebody who plays saxophone. I do that when I get, so full of myself that I just think, oh man. So I'll call somebody up, and within minutes, we're excited about saxophone again. We're talking about stuff, talking about songs, ideas, things that you haven't heard that he or she has that you pass along, right? And that's the whole idea, is that you get that influx of information, and it brings you back to the happy zone that you were at when you were first, beginning to play this instrument, and you just couldn't put it down. You just love this thing, right? That's it. Just reach out to somebody, talk, reach out to somebody and jam, reach out to somebody, play a little bit, or take a little break if you have to. Put the thing down for, a couple of days, or change your approach, right? Change the kind of music that you're listening to and playing. Maybe put on some classical etudes if you're not practicing those. Maybe try some blues or some jazz or something that you don't normally do. Learn something. Those dogs, they're a little bit distracting. But anyway, you get the point. We all hit that wall, and it will pass, but it's really good to just reach out and have a circle of friends that you can call and just get all excited about saxophone again. Remember, you don't need a new mouthpiece. Okay, I have said my piece. Hey, 8 minutes, that's a short video from me. Thanks so much, all of you, for being here. Again, for lesson information, davegoodsax@gmail.com, or leave me a comment in the comments section below. Thanks again to all of you who have reached out and subscribed. Adios, my friends. We'll do another one soon.